Howdy boys, it's NPC and today we're going to be customizing the Karin Sultan Classic, which is based on the Subaru Impreza 22B STI. Absolutely beautiful looking tuner vehicle, and I'm very excited to see how beautiful we can make this thing. So first up, we have our armor and our brakes. For bumpers, we do have quite a few options here. Oh god, I really don't know. I think I like the street bumper or the drift bumper. That's very aggressive looking, but I think it looks good. I think this one looks a little too standard, and I don't like the asymmetry of that one, and I don't like the yellow lights. So I think street bumper is the way to go. For the rear bumper, we can extend the lip a little bit. Ooh, that looks super good. Dude, these all look so good. That one too, the street bumper as well. Oh my goodness. I think I want to go with the extended lip over the street bumper because I think the street bumper is a little daintier looking, and I don't think it matches the aggression on the front end of this car. It looks mean. It looks angry, you know. It's ready to throw hands, and the extended lip just seems a little bulkier. Oh my god, I love the angle of that. That's beautiful. For engine, oh god, there's so much under the hood. I'm thinking the secondary color valve covers are gonna look pretty good. For the cam cover, we could go with secondary is, oh, we can expose them, I forgot. I think just going for a black exposed pulley is gonna look the best. For a strut brace, they don't have the triangle one, unfortunately, so I think maybe we go with the titanium strut brace. That looks pretty cool. For engine, we're gonna max that out. For the exhaust, we have to go with something titanium, of course. That one looks really clean for a chrome. The chrome big bore, that looks really polished. It's so bright, like even compared to the other chrome ones, or maybe it's just bigger. Anyway, we're gonna go with the big bore exhaust. For headlight covers, of course iridescent is gonna look good. I don't know what to go for quite yet. I think that depends on the color, and then we'll revisit that later. For headlights, we can house these in the secondary color. For a hood, we have some hood catches. I think I'm gonna pick a hood first, and then we'll go back and do the catches. There's so many options to pick from. We could go for a carbon hood, I don't know, or the vented hood. I think it looks, that's very Subaru-like. The only problem I have with it is like it's just elevated slightly, and it kind of like breaks the immersion. But I also do think it's the best looking one, so we'll try it out. For hood catches, the chrome ones don't look too bad. I wish there was the dot ones in black. That would look so good. But I do like the chrome ones, so I think that's just what we're gonna go for. It's barely noticeable. We are gonna make that the flocked, dashed, and stripped. For dials, there's so much you can add to this. I think I want to go for the pod tacho and dash gauges. For doors, I think it looks the best stock, has the most detail. And then do we want to add a roll cage? I think I like the padded dash dodger cage. I'm a big fan of the padding. I think it looks so cool. For lights, we're gonna make those xenons. And then for our livery, let's see what kind of inspo we can get for our build here. There's so many. I don't want to make it a rally car. I think this one's so generic. It's so generic. I kind of want to see what we can do with like the backside skateboards. I think this is a cute livery. It's very unique. I don't think I've seen this on any other vehicle before. So let's try that out. For plate, we're gonna go the yellow and black. For the respray, we already have the car in ice white. There's some extra details that we get if we change the color a little bit. This is a tough color scheme, honestly. I feel like with this livery, we get black or white. That's kind of it. I think I want to put this car in like a yellow or a bright orange and then change the pearlescent so that it's a little less bright. Let's do that. I'm going yellow on the primary color. Pearlescent, we're just gonna make that, we can make it something nice still. Sandy brown. Love it. I love it. And then before we change anything else, I think I'm gonna remove the livery. Yeah, let's remove the livery. We'll revisit that at the end, but for now I just want to focus on the colors because that livery was like not working for me. I didn't want to make the car black or white or pink, so we're changing it. For secondary color, that changes a lot of stuff. It changes the headlight bay, mirrors, and a roll cage. So we did pick the secondary option for those. I think matte black wouldn't look too bad, but I feel like it's a little out of place, so I think I just want to make the secondary color like yellow. I think we just match it. Oh, black looks good. Can I change the mirrors? Is that an option? It's not an option. Matte black secondary, is it gonna fit? It just looks like it has, it's like when you put socks on dogs. That's kind of what it looks like for the mirrors, but it looks good. Let's leave it black for now, and once we change the rims, which I am gonna make black, we'll come back and revisit that and see if it still looks weird. Yeah, okay. I'm happy. I'm happy with that decision. For the trim color, I think we make that black as well. Maybe a little bit brighter, like a graphite. And then for the accent color, which should be the dials, yes. We're gonna make those. Oh, the yellow kind of doesn't look good. Let's make them gold. Yeah. For a roof, we can do a secondary roof. Oh, see, that changes things now. We can make it a carbon roof as well. Or we could do secondary, because then that would match the same black on the mirrors. Let's do that, and then we'll go back and make the secondary color a matte black. How odd does that look? Does that look odd? It is very shiny. I like it though. We'll decide on that later, right? Let's just get through the build first. I keep getting sidetracked. For the roof accessories, I don't want to scoop. No roof box, unfortunately, for this one. I don't think it has the right shape. I do actually really like the little roof spoiler that gets added there. I think that's pretty unique. So we're going to go ahead and add that. For our skirts, I like the ones with the little black details. Maybe not too overpowering. Street skirts are kind of cool. They're all good skirts. They're all good skirts. I think I do like the tuner skirts though. Having that vent in the back is so clean. For sunstrip, oh see, okay, this definitely changes things. If we want to add a sunstrip, then we leave the roof, I think. We don't make it carbon. We're gonna go with the secondary sunstrip for now. For a spoiler, we of course need to have a wing on it, and it's gonna be a bigger wing. Yeah, like one of these. We can either make that carbon, or we can make that the secondary color of black, or we can keep it yellow. I do like how with the Mark II, it gets changed to the secondary color, so I think that's what we're gonna go ahead and go for. None of the rest of these wings look like they fit on the vehicle. So for suspension, we can really drop the shit out of this thing. Holy fuck. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen a Subaru that's this bulky. It's a very tall vehicle, like that low to the ground. I don't know if I like it that much. So I think we're just going to go as low as we can without having the wheels get popped out like that. Yeah, I think sport is the way to go. Transmission maxed. For our trunk, we can make that the secondary color as well. I do quite like the look of that. For a turbo, we're going to tune that. And then onto the wheels. So I was thinking endos, but the Fujiwara rims look fucking crazy. Ah, the endos look so good. Dude! Oh, it looks so good. From this angle right here, that is so fucking sexy. I think I want to keep the tires. I think it just suits the build more. Like, look at that. You can't really look at that and tell me that looks good. I think, yeah, I don't think it looks all that good. Something just caught my eye there. I think it was one of the 5 spokes. Like this one, I actually don't think it looks too bad, but I do think it looks better with thicker tires. So I think that's what we're going to go for. Let's compare these endos right here to the Fujiwaras. That's what I was looking at. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The endos look so good, but I feel like for a bulkier car like this, I do think the Fujiwara rims are going to look better. I feel like endos just, it's a little too basic. I feel like it needs to get thrown on like a smaller, lighter vehicle. So I'm happy with this. And then for the color, we're going to go with a carbon black instead of, because our secondary color does shine a little bit. For tires, I'm not going to custom those, but we are going to bulletproof them and then give this car black tire smoke. Window spoilers, what the f? Dude, we added a window spoiler. What? There's another one? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Okay, time to revisit some options. I do think we still have the best front bumper. Yeah, for rear bumpers, yeah, same thing. For headlight covers, we can make that pretty aggressive actually. We could give it iridescent lights. I think I'm gonna leave it off because then it blocks off the carbon housing and I just want to stick with the bumblebee theme. For the hood, see, that really changes things now because we could like throw on a carbon hood and it would look really good. And I think I want to do it. But then that would ruin all of the rest of these. And like we could do carbon options for most of them, except for the sunstrip. That would really throw things off. And I do want to keep the sunstrip. So I think maybe we'll go for a secondary hood. It just looks so fake in the secondary color. We're going to go with the carbon hood. We'll make the changes if we need to. For the livery, actually this one looks fucking sick. Street Racer gives it matches the theme. It's all black and white on the top. Dude, this one's funny. I like this livery a lot. I just can't work with the pink right now. Shopping list, of course, is gonna look good as well. But I do think Street Racer looks impeccable. We could just remove the pearlescent and then we wouldn't really have as big of a problem. But I think the carbon fiber, it just looks really good. I don't think the color is the issue. Let's change the roof to carbon. For the roof accessories, oh, see, it looks, it stands out now. I think, okay, now with the carbon, I think it looks better with the shark fin spoiler. For the skirts, we don't really need to touch them. Yeah, it looks fine with the vents. For the sun strip, shoot, dude, it looks good. I think the sun strip, like where it's placed, looks good. If there was a carbon one, maybe I would leave it, but I think it's got to go with this build. For the spoiler, we're going to change that to Mark III so that it's carbon. Suspension, we're not going to change. I think that's it. What am I missing? Secondary color. The mirrors are still black. Oh, and then there's that like trunk piece right there. Okay. I think I'm going to change this pearlescent to maybe just like a black steel. Something to lighten up the car, but it doesn't give the mirrors a brown tint. And then for a trunk, we are going to change that to a carbon trunk. That is fucking beautiful. That looks so good. Last thing I'm going to do is add a neon kit because of this car's performance. It will make a difference to the build. I'm just going to do a white. I hope none of you get mad that I'm adding a neon, but it's a tuner vehicle, so it kind of fits, and I'll get into that when we talk about this car's performance. The only thing I think I would change is probably like I would get rid of some of this white. It's a little overbearing on the hood, but I think everything's placed really well and it's centered, so I can't complain all that much. And that's our build, so let's take it out. All right, here's the sound test for you guys. Dude, this car sounds so good. Oh my god. It sounds amazing. Anyway, onto the performance review for this vehicle. I don't know if you guys saw from that initial launch, but this vehicle has crazy acceleration. It just like takes off. There's no wheel spin. Literally zero wheel spin. That's kind of crazy. I'm impressed because there's not a whole lot of vehicles that can do that. What is that sound? Is that because our suspension is lowered? I don't know what? I have no clue what's going on with this vehicle. Like why it keeps sounding like it's slamming into the ground. Anyway, top speed wise, this vehicle is not all that impressive. It's very middle of the pack in the sports class. You, Simeon. And middle of the pack sports is like, it's not all that fast. It's like right around 118 miles per hour for its top speed. Where this vehicle really delivers is around a track. It's incredibly fast. Last I checked, it was just outside the top 10 for the sports category, that's kind of ridiculous. Like there's so many sports cars, so having it placing that high is really impressive. Unfortunately, if you're racing in the sports class, if you're using anything other than the Italy GTO, you're still kind of throwing. But if you guys are using this car for tuners races, it will have an impact because it's one of the fastest tuner cars in the game. It's faster than the Cypher, it's faster than the Vector, it's faster than the Previon. It's a really good car. I actually am going to swing by LS Customs just to see if that slamming sound is our suspension and see if raising the suspension will loosen up the handling a little bit. Let's just put it at like straight. Yeah, that's fine. No, we're still getting that sound. I have no clue what it could be, to be honest, but oh well. This car's handling is good. It feels a little weird, to be honest. It's almost got like this stiffness to it, and you can swing out the back end pretty easily. I do think it's controllable. It does slide out like a little easier than I would like, despite it being like such a fast vehicle. That's the only drawback I really see this car having. But of course, you know, being the fastest tuner vehicle is pretty impressive. I think my personal preference is that if I were doing tuner races, I would still probably go with the Vector, but the RS Classic is supposed to be the fastest tuner car. Around a track, in a straight line, the Calico fucking smokes everyone, but that's a whole nother topic. If you guys are looking to grab a Karin Sultan RS Classic, you can find it under the 4-door section of Southern San Andreas. You can find it under the 4-door section of the Southern San Andreas website for a little under $1.3 million if you have the trade price unlocked. Otherwise, it's going to be $1.7 million. Is this vehicle worth your money? Absolutely. I think regardless of whether or not you have the trade price unlocked, this vehicle is going to be worth your money. Of course, if you have the trade price unlocked, which you can get by completing the Diamond Casino Heist finale as the leader, then you're pretty much scamming Rockstar. But I think this vehicle is worth it for $1.7 million. It's got a huge selection for customization being a tuner vehicle. It looks amazing. It has amazing performance. The handling is something you'll probably just get used to if you drive the car more, but looks great, sounds great, ridiculously good acceleration, and overall is just a really good package deal. So I would highly recommend grabbing one of these regardless of whether or not it goes on sale. if you can get the trade price unlocked. I do think it's worth it, especially for this vehicle, and completing the Diamond Casino Heist finale as the leader is going to unlock a whole bunch of stuff for you. I unfortunately don't have that, but I would still buy the vehicle for 1.7. But that's going to wrap it up for this customization. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below and let me know what you thought of my build and what you think about the RS Classic. Sub to the channel if you guys are new. There will be more videos like this coming out in the very near future, and that's about it. So take care, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace!